Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Radin Khairul Zaman bin Radin Besari, pemilik berkongsi bersama kedai makan nasi ulam di Sibu. Pada hari ini, saya ingin berkongsi sedikit sebanyak permasalahan dan juga apa yang telah berlaku kepada peniaga-peniaga sewaktu Perintah Kawalan Pergerakan iaitu PKP. Masalah yang paling serius berlaku adalah sel kami sangat terjejas kerana kedai tidak beroperasi dan juga pekerja pun kami kena ambil kira. Oleh kerana sel dan juga pendapatan kami terjejas, maka kami dalam tempoh 2 bulan terpaksa untuk memikirkan cara-cara baru bagi menangani bagaimana untuk mendapat pendapatan. Pada ketika itu juga berlangsungnya bulan Ramadan, yang mana kita tahu bulan Ramadan ini menjadi satu bulan yang mana pendapatan kita pada kebiasaannya memang agak tinggi. Tapi kerana COVID-19 ini, pendapatan peniaga-peniaga turun, terjejas teruk. Di dalam tempoh PKP tersebut, kita telah mencuba pelbagai inisiatif. Salah satunya Facebook Live lah. Yang mana kita boleh live and then kita jalan-jalan ke kampung-kampung. Bila orang ramai di dalam rumah melihat Facebook Live tersebut, dia akan order melalui komen dan sebagainya. So, kebergantungan kita kepada ICT, kepada bidang teknologi sangat tinggi. Namun begitu amat kasihan kepada peniaga-peniaga yang mana tidak berapa mahir tentang IT. Mereka berada di dalam satu keadaan yang mereka pun tidak tahu nak buat apa. Macam kita anak muda, kita fikir, kita cuba untuk olah bagaimana untuk masukkan idea ICT kepada bagaimana untuk menjana pendapatan. Satu lagi ialah menggunakan delivery. Maksudnya kita akan order makanan daripada apa apps ke, so kita akan hantar. So apa yang saya lihat dalam keadaan kita di Sarawak, kita agak ketinggalan dari segi teknologi dan juga idea dalam teknologi. Bermaksudnya, apakah cara olahan untuk menggunakan teknologi bagi mendapatkan pendapatan. Di dalam tempoh PKP tersebut, Perdana Menteri kita telah mengumumkan beberapa pakej yang sangat ekonomi, yang mana pakej yang sangat ekonomi ini membantu para peniaga seperti moratorium. Yang mana moratorium dilanjutkan selama 6 bulan. Bagi saya, moratorium tersebut memang membantu kerana pada ketika itu kita tiada pendapatan dan kita tidak dapat membayar beberapa komitmen yang kita hadapi. Jadi bagi saya memang sangat-sangat membantu dan juga sangat berterima kasih kepada Perdana Menteri atas inisiatif yang sangat baik ini. Tidak lupa juga ucapan terima kasih diberikan kepada CM kita iaitu Abang Jo atas bantuan Sarawak Tu Sayang iaitu berupa di dalam Sarawak Pay. Beliau berikan kepada kami RM1,500 di dalam bentuk e-wallet. So bagi saya memang membantu dan juga terima kasih kepada Kerajaan Negeri Sarawak. Selepas PKP, kita beroperasi seperti biasa. Kedai makan beroperasi seperti biasa tetapi menggunakan SOP-SOP yang telah diberikan. Namun perubahan new normal baru daripada normal yang lama sangat-sangat ketara. Contohnya kita perlu menyukat suhu, customer hendaklah menulis nombor telefon dan juga detail mereka. So agak di situ agak kurang menyenangkan bagi pelanggan, tetapi SOP-SOP itu harus dipatuhi. Namun begitu kita telah menggunakan beberapa inisiatif juga untuk memudahkan para pelanggan memasuki premis kita.
Cuma share kan? Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. First of all, thank you very much to everyone currently watching our Borak Santai session of today. And we also actually would like to take this kind of opportunity to thank the Department of Marketing, the University College of Technology Sarawak for organizing this event. And actually, what we are going to talk about today is something that currently affecting every single one of us, right? Okay, and we can say that from the video that we watched just now. Okay, I'm talking about the video. We would like to say thank you very much to the owner of the Nasi Ulam restaurant located here in Cebu, Mr. Raden Khairul Zaman, for his willingness of sharing, okay, his issue, his problems, and also some of the solutions that his restaurant currently facing. And the problem that currently affected the restaurant of Nasi Ulam, okay, that commented by Mr. Raden Khairul Zaman just now actually is not kind of a single issue, right? Okay, it's affecting almost everyone, every businesses, okay, whether it's directly or is indirectly. And that's why actually when we would like to raise this issue today, okay, during this Borak Santai by the University College of Technology Sarawak, we would like to tackle this issue. We would like to actually get the experts' comment of how actually this impacted our daily life. But definitely we would like to see how can it actually be solved, right? I mean, that is the most important thing what we'd like to share in our session for today. Okay, that's why, okay, with us today we have two special individuals definitely who are expert in their own area. Okay, first of all, allow me to introduce our guests of today. We have with us Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Zainal Rashid Harun, my boss. Okay, also the Dean of the School of Business and Management. Thank you very much, Dr., for joining us today. Definitely. And also We feel honored by your presence here today, Doctor. And also, we definitely feel honored by the presence of another, our guest of today, which is Mr. Muhammad Abdul Karim
Yes.
bin Kedri. Okay, currently as the Commercial Credit Officer, Sarawak Region of Agro Bank.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so uh, thank you very much, definitely also, Karim, for
Welcome. Most
thank you
welcome.
very much
Yeah.
for joining us for this today's session. And this today's session actually we're just going to have like a very Santai kind of environment. Okay, we are going to have the discussion. Actually, we are not going to do like a forum, but okay, anyone out there would like to ask any questions to both of our guests today, or maybe to the moderator, which is me. Okay, definitely also you are welcome to do so. Just go to our YouTube channel at the UCTS official. Okay, and then you can just put any kind of questions over there, and then we are going to ask our guests to answer those questions, and hopefully with the answers that given by them is going to give you some ideas on how can these things being tackled. Okay, another things about what we call the area of the expertise for both of our guests today. Why actually we would like them to give their suggestions is because the issue that we currently facing actually is not something that we can tackle in the short. We cannot take a shortcut actually in order to tackle these issues, right? Okay, that's why we have our expert, which going to give his opinion and suggestions in terms of academic, because we have to remember that this what we call the economic recession is going to happen every 10 years. And I mean, looking at the pattern and the history of our country, Malaysia, that, once we face the economic recession, okay, maybe around, 20, 30 years ago, we never actually able to fully recover from it. It means that the pattern that the country shows in order to recover from an economic recession, okay, we need more than 10 years, right? So that's why actually all these kind of what we call solution is going to take a long term in terms of the short term. So that's why we having with us here today Associate Professor Dr. Zainal, because we think that and we sure that academic actually is one of the solutions that we can actually take into consideration in terms of the long way. And then, of course, we have with us Mr. Mr. Abdul Karim,
Yeah.
currently that come from definitely the area where why all these things happens, financial.
Financially. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not the cause.
It's,
Not the cause of
We're not
this.
cause.
or not the cause of the COVID-19. Yes, yes, of course. Okay, because I mean, the COVID-19 actually is
Global issue.
yeah, the global issues, right? Okay,
Yeah.
but the COVID-19 affect the financial, and then the
Uh-huh.
financial affect us. If only that COVID-19 is not affecting financial, then nobody care. I mean, that's why.
But actually, he is
Yes.
the person that we invite today.
Yes.
Because to give the what we call in terms of financial assistance.
True.
Yeah,
Yes.
remedial.
Yes.
So
Mostly
we
remedial.
can talk about academic and also what we call in terms of financial assistance, which is also very important, Mr. Rahmat, actually.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm personally very so we call very happy as well.
Yes.
Right.
Thanks.
To get this Mr. Abdul Karim here actually, because
Yes.
it's not easy actually to to approach all the industry people
True.
with their busy and also this a lot of work and so on,
Yeah.
especially for this time around lah.
Yes.
Right.
Correct.
So thanks again lah, Mr.
Yeah.
Abdul Karim.
Again, definitely also we would like to show our highest appreciation definitely to Karim for being here with us. Okay, again, we continue on the comment just now that we are affected by the financial situation, the economy actually. So COVID-19, and then that's like I said just now, maybe we are not going to really care about the COVID-19, right? If it's not affecting the financial, right, or the financial or economic situation. That's why again, Dr. Zainal said just now, we are really thankful for Mr. Karim for being here with us.
Yeah.
And then, yes, to all the viewers outside there, if you have any kind of question that you would like to shoot to our guests, kindly to do so. Okay, put your questions over there and inside our YouTube channel. Okay, because like Dr. Zainal said just now, and also both of our guests today, they are very busy people. And in order to get their time and then to spend with us actually is going to be very rare kind of occasion. And then if you would like to ask for their consultation in the normal day or in the, just,
Just do so.
busy day, I mean, yes, please, but maybe we charge. Yeah, we charge, yes. Okay, it's not free. So that's why we are here today. I mean, it's just this is just a joke actually,
Joke.
but of course you can approach them anytime you want. Okay, but we actually would like to take this opportunity for us to put any kind of questions outside here. Okay, and then we will ask our guests in order to answer all those questions according to their area of expertise. Okay, now talk about what we call the problem that we are currently facing. We have to see that so many businesses affected, okay, by this COVID-19 financially, and then definitely also in front of us happens that people closing their businesses, right? Okay, so we have maybe friends, families, okay, that are currently losing their job because of this COVID-19. Okay, okay, and then also some of them have been having a salary cut, of course, and then but the commitment never been cut. Okay, but the salary has been cut. So that's kind of a problem.
That's the sad part.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the sad part.
That's the sad part actually, because like Aaron says, that's the sad part because their salary has been decreased, but the commitment never been decreased. Okay, so that's why we have to our panels today. Both of them. Okay, first of all, we would like to take the comment from Dr. Associate Professor Dr. Zainal on how to tackle this problem in terms of businesses that affected by COVID-19. And now also we would like to ask for Dr. Zainal opinions on how can we tackle and what are the solutions actually towards this problem, what we call people who losing their jobs and also people with their economic resources has been decreased. Yes, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rahmat Aidil. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, salam sejahtera, and of course to my colleagues from Agro Banks, Cawangan Sibu. Right?
Yeah. Regional actually.
But he's handling the regional ones, right?
Central.
Mr. Abdul Karim.
Yeah.
Again, thank you very much for your time to come to this what's a lovely campus, University College of Technology Sarawak, State Sarawak owns university, right? Okay. I actually when I look at this the video just now, Mr. Rahmat and Mr. Karim. So this Mr. Khairuddin, Mr. Khairuddin is a really what we call, I could say, a very strong person, a strong entrepreneur. Even though during the COVID, he tried to overcome it, and I think this is the things that many others, what we call these entrepreneur or businessmen or businesswomen out there, should also follow his what we call this his step, also approve. So in order to what we call to solve this kind of situations, right? But before I go further, I would like to highlight a few things in these sessions. First, what actually happened in this COVID-19 pandemic, right? Some of the people out there, they do not know actually what's actually happened in this pandemic. Of course, I will highlight in terms of this the chronology of COVID-19, and of course why this thing happened, and actually what is the major effect to this, especially to these people like the Mr. Khairuddin just now, is a micro business as well as employment, right? And of course, I try to give some of these what we call these shares some of these recommendation and also suggestion, so that maybe people out there can view it, right? Can analyze it, maybe can implement it in their business and also in their daily life, right? So let me start with this the enforcement of this work control order. So I believe we are not really familiar actually what is MCO kan, right? So because it's something maybe it's an alien lah, right? When we first heard about MCO, what is MCO? Most of the people shocked, people blur, etc. Right? What actually MCO? But we know that it's originated from this China, and then it's what it spreads globally, right? So and also it affects meaning that our livelihood and also livelihood as well.
Yeah.
Right. So that is the most concern. So this MCO actually is on 18 March. 18 March, just to recall, 18 March 2020 until now, until August. So it's about 5 to 6 months. So we are already in this what we call MCO, Movement Control Order. So of course, on the 18 March, right, 18 March 2020, governments implement this MCO. So the purpose of the MCO actually to restrict all on a non-essential business, and also as well as the travel activity. So that is the first thing that we should know, that is non-essential business, right? And also this travel agency, and then the public, right, also have been ordered to stay at home. So this is what we call things started actually, right? So of course, Mr. Karim, right? So it's something that we MCO. Why is MCO? Why I should stay at home?
It's some there's a very clear difference. But
Yeah, lockdown.
Yeah.
It's they're in total lockdown. So I think from this March, everybody stay at home. Everybody stay at home. So most of these business, activity, what I could say is a collapse, right? So of course, with regard to economy as well.
Maybe we can agree on one thing, that MCO in Malaysia compared to other countries, right? Okay, we kind of successful,
Yes, correct.
right? Yeah, compared to other countries, because
We cannot deny that.
true. I mean, they
Cannot
did the
deny.
MCO, but
Yeah.
and in the some period of time, actually, they just give up, right? And then, they true. They just fell it, and then their citizen, their people cannot, cannot tolerate anymore the terms and conditions and the rules and regulation of MCO, and then they just give up like that, and they just waiting currently for the vaccine of COVID-19.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is the first, right? The first phase of this MCO, right? And it is a continue to this phase 2, phase 3,
Yes.
and because as you mentioned just now, we are very disciplined, right? We are very we are very good in managing this what we call the pandemic. So in phase 4, MCO phase 4, the governments, right? The governments rather relax several measure of this MCO. So, for instance, this public transport can be can reopen, and then also family members, right, are allowed to buy food, right?
Yeah,
So this is some things that's what we call give some of these what we call light to these business people as well, because our topic is more to this micro business and also the employment.
Yeah, during
Right.
that time,
Yeah, that's correct, right?
groceries
Yes.
from the stores. Yeah, that is
Phase 4, phase 4.
And you mentioned also during the NCO, right? There are so many of our friends actually, they inform me something like that this is the only year, okay, or the first time actually they never celebrate this kind of festival with their family. Some of them already 40 years, 35 years old. Okay, this is the first time in their life, from their 35 years, they never celebrate the festival, especially the Hari Raya.
Hari Raya.
Okay, they miss the celebration. The
Hari
first
Raya
time
and
in
Gawai.
the Gawai also.
Gawai also.
Something like that. So something that's very interesting, right? Something, this is what we call the normal the new normal.
new norm.
Actually, this thing also affects most of the supermarkets.
True.
Yeah. When there is no celebration, so the sale
Yes.
slightly reduced.
And then we have to remember that importer, I mean, when they would like to prepare for this Gawai, Hari Raya, okay, so all the supermarket they already stock everything, okay, to prepare for these coming festivals. And then when the pandemic came in, so what happened to all those stocks? It just stay there,
Yeah.
right? So they cannot sell it actually. So their sales actually in terms of revenue
Actually,
going down.
nobody's going to buy.
Nobody going to
Nobody
buy.
going to
Yeah, all the extras. They just go bought the
necessary.
necessities.
Also
Yeah.
necessity food, and also then they have to go back, right?
Yeah.
So that is phase 4.
That's
Right.
true.
There's, as mentioned just now, is some of the light to this economic as well.
Uh-huh.
Right. So, but in phase 5, May 2020. So that is actually this most of the what we call this the rakyat and also the business as well waiting, right? When the governments, right, implement this conditional movement control, right, movement control order, right? So so in this May 2020, right, so most of the economic sector are allowed to open. So this is the phase 5, right? May, and also and phase 6, what we are facing now is they call it as recovery movement control order. So hoping this 1 or 2 day, we are going to have these announcements by this Prime Minister, right? Because the 31st August is the last for this RMCO. Right? So see now what's happened, right? So on Merdeka Day, right? On Merdeka Day. So this is something that is a chronology lah, in terms of this COVID-19 pandemics, right? Pandemics, and of course, right? From this period of time, 5 to 6 months, right? That we are focused in terms of this. What happened to this micro business?
Yeah.
Right. For example, like this Mr. Khairuddin just now. What happened to this Mr. Radim Khairul Zaman just now, right? What happened to him and also his business and also his employee as well. So actually, this is because when we talk about this, well, in this platform, we don't want to talk in the bigger picture, talking about this multinational company or this big company. We are more focused toward this micro business and also their employment. Right, maybe talking about multinational, maybe another session lah, right? Right. So that is actually what actually happened. Right? Just want to share with you what actually happened to this all the micro business and also the employment. Yeah. So according to this Department of Statistics of Malaysia, right? They did a study, they did a survey from April to May 2020. Right, so this is something that fact that we cannot run from the facts lah. So for this micro business, right, of course, 68% of the micro business they have no income. Of course, the sale is drastically reduced, right? And of course, they are in the what we call no demands, no sales, right? And also employee termination during that particular time, April to May 2020, is about 4%. Right. So this is of course there's a lot of what we call impact to others sector as well. But since we are focusing on the micro business, so just imagine
it's not only this food stores.
Correct.
It's not only all those small petty traders. I think we, in terms of micro, we can also refer to some officers like legal firms, accounting firms,
right.
because during that time they are not allowed to go into the office. So they are affected as well.
Right? But according to the Department of Statistics just now, is a really true effect this employment and also this what we call the micro business, right? So something have to be done, right? So in this point of time, when government intervention is very important, right? So yeah, government interventions. What is the name of this package? They call it economic stimulus. Economic stimulus package. They call it Prihatin Rakyat Economic Stimulus Package, right? So launched by our governments. So I just want to what we call highlight in this package, right? In this package, with regard to this employment and also this micro business. So, for instance, this wage subsidy program, right? Training incentive program, right? For this micro business and also hiring incentive program. So this is what we call the three main what we call initiative that's to overcome these situations faced by the what we call the employee and also the micro business. Right. So if we go to this at this state level, so what actually state state of Sarawak respond to this what we call this pandemic, right? To help this micro business as well the employee as well. So Sarawak Ku Sayang Special Aid Package, right? Sarawak Ku Sayang Special Aid Package. Again, the one of the key initiative of this package is of course micro credit scheme. You know what is a micro credit scheme? So later on kita pass it to Mr. Abdul Karim, right? So I think viewer out there they really want to know what actually micro credit scheme, right? So I think your bank have a collaboration with this state government, right?
True.
Okay. So if you want to know about the micro credit scheme, please, right? Add now. Like now, right? Share, subscribe now.
Subscribe.
So we already have what we call the sources of this micro credit scheme. I believe people out there they are not really know in detail or maybe in terms of the awareness and so on. So this is good, right? Later on maybe you can discuss.
Previously also Mr. Abdul already informed us about this one very attractive package, which open to everyone, no mistaken.
Especially the B40 group.
Especially the B40 group, definitely yes.
Most affected.
Yes. Yes, definitely. Please be excited to wait for.
Still got the funding,
Yes, funding.
Still got the funding for everyone.
Still got the funding. So your KPI. And it's not to mention about the deferment of loan payments, right? Under this package, Sarawak Ku Sayang Special Aid Package to this micro business and also to those who are affected. And discount for rental of market and store. Right? This is the key initiative that's by this state government. Right, so I believe it's really give a very good impact to this to these local people, right? So to ease the situations that don't really react. Okay, so again, as you mentioned just now, it's not only academically, the financial also is very important. So mesh together, I think we can see what will a very good impact to the people out there. All right. So that is basically, of course, there's a lot of initiative by this, whether it's federal government and also state government as well. So that is since we are talking about micro business, this is something that I want to highlight in terms of the micro business out there. Don't worry. There is something that's what we call package and also something initiative or something that's can help them out there. All right. Having a lot of things.
Yes.
Okay. So back to this, what happened, right? The effect of these pandemics to this micro business as well as employee, right? Of course, just now effect of this, there is no income, no demand to this micro, as mentioned by this Mr. Radin Khaironizam just now, right? So it's about the employee have to be what we call reduce what we call their salary, right? There is no sale is very sometimes zero sale, so they suffer a lot, right? That is one of the effect, which is really what we call it's not only financially burden, sometimes is emotionally burden as well, etc. And One thing that I really want to share in this session is embracing digital technology, right? So I believe people out there, right, they are especially micro business, all right, these are entrepreneurs, they are very creative, right? So they come up with the digital technology. That's, I think they previously they know about digital technology, government, local government. So in Sarawak itself, digital technology is not something new. It's not new norm actually. In Sarawak, they already put out awareness in 2017 in Sarawak itself. So people in Sarawak actually they know about digital technology, but Sarawak Pay, etc., etc. But what I want to focus here is not merely digital technology. You're talking about buying and selling, right? So you are most of the micro business they are embarked to this digital technology for the sake of pandemic, which is not right, right? So my observation, they embark to this digital technology for the sake of pandemic, and then after that maybe they back to this we call conventional way of doing business, right? But it is something that we can call it is a driving force. I think both of you agree with me that is a driving force, meaning that this what we call this what we call optimization of digital technology is not only for the sake of this pandemic, it's for your future and also for your business sustainability. Right? So because it's not only when we talk about of course talk about digital technology, it's about online buying and selling, right? Online transactions, right? But it's more than that actually, right? In order to sustain, you have to the business have to also equip themselves, right, with all the what we call digital business ecosystem, right? So what is the digital business ecosystem? For example, the development of business plan itself, right? Again, I mentioned digital technology is not buying and selling. You have to, you know about your business plan, right? Whether you want to upskill or reskill or new skill of your business plan, right? So it is a must for business people out there, right? And that is number one. Number two, in terms of financial management, financial management. Of course, when you go to a digital technology, digitalization, you are able to cut the cost, right? But how you manage your financial is very important, right? Again, I mentioned about sustainability just now, right?
Continuous.
Continuous. It's not sake of this pandemic, right? And last but not least, in terms of course, digital marketing, right? So how you want to market? It's not sell, it's not sell, it's market. I think you should know better lah, right? You have a series of training lah, Mr. Moderator kita ni. We have a series of training, right? So I think this is ecosystem, right? That we can share in order to strengthen, in order to stay relevant, and in order to sustain our business. It's not for now, for the futures, right? So, of course, if we refer to UCTS itself, right? So in terms of business development, we do have a program, right? In terms of financial management, we do have a program. Of course, in the digital marketing, also we do have program, because we do have some of these what we call these trainer, right? Who can what we call can advise, can coach, can give training based because we do have experience. We have a good track record with SMA, Sarawak Multimedia Authority, and also with Yayasan Felda, right? And also with SFS, State Financial Secretary, and also with this MANREC. MANREC, I think is more related to you, because they call it one of program agribis. Agrobis. Right, agrobis. I think agrobis is one can connected with agrobank as well, right?
Yes. We are doing most of the agriculture financing.
Financing lah.
We provide financing, and then there are many categories of funding that's available now.
So because agrobies, for those who are not really familiar with the training by UCTS actually, because they, like what the designers mentioned just now, they try to upskill the talent of these entrepreneurs, especially that one focused on agriculture.
Agriculture.
Yes.
Agriculture.
Yes.
Right.
So they train them in terms of the skills, into digital marketing,
So
digitalization.
actually, there is a platform for them.
Yes.
Yeah, you're providing platform for all the entrepreneurs to be associated with the suppliers, buyers, not only in Malaysia. All right, we are talking
Yes,
about
yes.
global market, right?
Yes, yes, yes. I mean, Manred ever mentioned that one actually also once, that they have this kind of a platform for those, I mean, the
Agropreneurs.
yes, entrepreneurs, agropreneurs, I mean, to sell their products,
Products,
and then also to offer the services or something like that. So, yes, they do have the platforms on that one.
Oh, I see.
Yes,
Most of them now are doing that on their own capacity.
true. Yes.
They get the license and then they do the export and they get their own collection
Yes.
center.
Yeah. But in a very small
Yes,
scale.
yeah, mostly.
Mostly in very small scale. They cannot go further other than that. Right? Yes.
That's
It's
right.
good that UCTS is offering such courses.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's right. That's why I mentioned just now back to this local situation, right? We been what we call being exposed to the all digital, right? But we need to, it's not only concentrate on the digital again, buying and selling online, but we also have to focus in terms of how we want to develop a very good business plan, right? Financial management as well as what we call digital marketing just now. I think if we the people out there or business out there can what we call merge all these what we call, I could say is a ecosystem in the digital technology, especially for the business. I think I believe that we can it's not we can what we call this what we call face this current situation, and then the business also can sustain, right?
I will.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. So
Yes.
you would
Anything.
like to add any comment on that? Yeah.
Yeah, I think I quite agree with some of the points by Dr. Zainal. But then what I see now is UCTS is providing all this training and all the information that many people can benefit from.
Yes.
Not only for the students, but I think for the
Right. Micro sector as well.
a lot.
If possible, I'd like to add to all these vouchers.
Correct. We always welcome actually. The review are there. If you have something to share, something to what we call to raise, and something to what we call get advice, we always open actually, right?
And then commenting actually on what has been
Battery.
said by Dr. Zainal just now, and what has been mentioned by Mr. Abdul. Okay, we are talking about that Dr. Zainal mentioning regarding his digital technology, and then thank you very much also to Mr. Abdul that I mean he's kind of promoting our university definitely. Yeah, if you would like to have
Part of it.
time consultation.
CSR.
Any commission for that?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes. We're going to give a commission for one student definitely for that. But anyway, commenting on what we mentioned with designer and also Mr. Bukhari just now in terms of the digital technology. Right. Okay. And then also the designer mentioned something regarding this what we call digital marketing. Okay. And then we relate these kind of things to our topic of today, which the businesses that have been affected by the current situation, and also those who are been laid off from their work because of this pandemic, right? Okay, how about it's like this? Okay, we have this kind of suggestion here in UCTS since we also, I'm sure that Mr. Karim also really familiar with this kind of things, what we call with digital marketing. Okay, imagine that if these businesses would like to go further with their business, right? Okay, whatever kind of products and the services they offer, okay, if they really focus on this digital marketing, not only digital marketing can offer in terms of marketing cost that very low, Okay, but it's ubiquitous. It means that it's cover a very wide area. Okay, and then also digital marketing will able to focus only a certain group of people, because we have to realize that we have a product and we have a services, but not everyone would like to use those services.
Yes,
So
yes.
what we have to do actually, that we need to have a platform, a tools where we can find the most potential customers, right? So take an example that people who've been laid off from their work, that have currently that they've been having a career for 10 to 15 years and suddenly they lost their job. So it means that this kind of people actually is going to have no idea at all what they're going to do in their life. Right. So here we in this UCTS actually we have this kind of we call the consultation, okay, that we would like to suggest maybe they can try to start participate in this what we call
Are there any
the
things
business.
like
Yes,
online careers?
true, definitely.
So now UCTS
Yes.
is having
Oh, in terms
anything
of
like that?
yeah, in terms of online career, maybe we don't have yet because
Uh-huh.
in terms of academic, we offer in terms of the services, which is the education itself. Okay, but definitely in terms of consultation, imagine that if these people who've been laid off from work, okay, we will able to give them consultation where they can start a business with the most lowest capital ever. Right. Take an example that we have this one thing we call what we call it one, the drop ship. Okay. So this drop shipping actually is one of a method for us to do a business where we not actually need to ever use the product. We don't have to put the product. We don't have to keep the product. Okay. What the things that we only have to do is we help these producers, the seller, to promote the product.
Yeah.
So take an example that we have this many kind of websites out there actually that offering this kind of services. We call it dropshipping. One of them actually the biggest one definitely Shopee. And maybe so many people they don't really know that Shopee offering dropship services. It means that we can actually help Shopee to sell their products.
Yeah.
And then Shopee will give us the commission depends on how much that we gain from the revenue. It means that take an example that this item actually maybe around 20 ringgit in Shopee. So it's up to us actually for us to sell maybe 30 ringgit and that 10 ringgit of balance belongs to us as a
That's the
revenue.
profit.
Yes, that's the profit, definitely. So we have to think in this way. Actually. And then, but the problem there, of course, is terms of competition. Now, this problem of competition can actually be solved if we familiar with the terms that the designer mentioned just now. We call digital marketing. Right? We have a platform actually for this. We have
That is
yes,
digital marketing.
yes.
But what I'm thinking now is like something like digital employment.
Oh, digital employment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is a very nice idea also.
Yeah.
Suggestion also.
So
Yes.
so like
Yes.
said, maybe some of the person being laid off during the COVID-19,
True.
they can start off something like an online job. Online employment.
Yes.
Like for example,
The consultation maybe.
consultation. Yeah,
right?
mostly in consultation.
True. I agree with you because
Just simply just doing essays, doing write-ups. But then
like services.
this thing is, I don't think it's been highlighted in
True.
Malaysia now because most of the
Yeah.
online businesses now are taking very much of the space,
Yes.
like Shopee,
True.
Lazada,
True.
everything. But there is no platform for things like for this kind of
Right. True.
employment. So I think that's the thing we can actually go into.
Yes. I mean, yes, really. Meaning that these people that been laid off from their work, they have an experience of 15 to 20 years.
They are good
Right.
in their field.
Yes. Why don't they share it to the public?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And then offer the services, of course, with a little of payment as
Yeah.
right.
Can
To give them a little
payment they can roughly like.
True. I agree with that also. And then they can take also again, okay, when they would like to promote the services that they offer, then they can use that platform of the digital marketing. Right? Because I mean, since we are the trainer of digital marketing, we can see that this actually is a really reliable kind of a solution to the problem that we have currently.
One of it.
True, and then we can see that how the trend of usage of the digital marketing is getting higher and higher, especially after this pandemic. Yeah, it means that all the sisters they already very they realized that, okay, because this COVID-19 is not going to be only COVID-19. Maybe we're going to have COVID-20 or COVID-21. Yeah, yeah, we hopefully we don't need that actually, but it's going to. I mean, it means that this COVID-19 situation give us a lesson that anything can happen. Right, okay, and then we have a product that we cannot sell to people. Then why don't we use this platform actually in order to help us in terms of our businesses and such like that?
Yeah.
So that's what we are actually here in UCTS. We try to give this kind of we have to make people realize how important is this digitalization, like what the designer informed us just now. Okay, and then we can say also this can be a short-term solution. Yeah. Okay, not only to businesses but also to the individual just now that affected by this COVID.
Yeah. Those want to start up a business.
True, right? Start up the business.
Option,
Yes,
actually, right?
because 15 and 20 years in the industry actually is very valuable kind of experience. And if they think that they just need to get another job, maybe with their current age, okay, and then current commitment, maybe it's going to be a little bit difficult for them. Quite
tough in the job
True,
market
true.
now.
That's why I mentioned just now is reskilling, upskilling, and
Yes,
new skilling.
true.
Right. So you are very good in the HR, for example, but you are not good in terms of digital marketing.
True.
Yeah.
But this is the way that you need to. But you've been laid out, right?
Yes,
You
yes.
had to start something, right? So during this time around, you need to equip yourself with the digital technology, what we call. That is some kind of reskilling and upskilling.
True.
Right?
Okay, and
That's
then,
one thing that
yes.
should think of. No?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, and then yes, just like we promised just now, we already heard, we listened to the what the designer suggestions on the solutions and so the issues of the COVID-19 and how can the academic actually have this kind of thing, meaning that the designer most of the time summarize these kind of things in terms of upskilling. It means that in terms of the improvement of the human resources.
Yeah,
Something like that. That's actually definitely in terms of academic, which is a little bit a long-term kind of a solution. Okay, now let's we need to hear actually, the short-term solutions. Yeah, this one actually maybe people would like to hear and to listen. Yeah, how can we solve this kind of problem caused by this pandemic in terms of finance? Okay, that in terms of the short term. Okay, that I mean by using the product and services that offered by the financial institutions such as the agro bank.
Yeah.
Okay, and then so we would like to pass this I mean comment actually to Mr.
Alright,
Abdul
Yeah,
Karim.
you want to know
And
about
then-
your micro.
All right.
and so people, if you have any question also about the topic that mentioned by the designer, also please put it on our YouTube channel. And then also if you have any question later for Mr. Abdul Karim from the Agro Bank, also you can always welcome to put the question on our YouTube channel at the UCTS at UCTS official. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Please, Mr. Abdul Karim.
Can I start with?
Yes.
Don't forget to like.
Oh, don't forget to like,
Don't forget
to subscribe and to share. Definitely. Yes. Yeah,
fair
thank
enough.
you very much.
So normally, what we have done in the past few months is that, and then beginning with March 2020, the bank has reacted to this condition. You know? Bank Negara there has billions of funds available during the time as a remedy for the pandemic situation in Malaysia. So just to be brief, our bank, I mean Agro Bank, and most of the banks are offering. I can say there are two. In general, there are two things that we are doing right now. So one is moratorium. So moratorium, there is auto moratorium, and another one is the targeted moratorium. So it's kind of an extension of the existing moratorium. And then second, we go about this. This part is most interesting. This one is economic stimulus package.
Economic stimulus package.
Yeah. So under economic stimulus package, we have been offering special relief fund. There are, I think, about four fund during that time. We have special relief fund. We have agro food. We have been also we have this ADF, automation and digitalization facility. And last but not least is AES, access to all sectors. So there are huge funds. Yeah, like say SRF is about 5 billion being offered by Bank Negara. So we have been processing, and we have until now we have I guess we have disbursed most of the special relief fund. It's available since March, but till now I think most of the fund have been used. So other than that, we have agro food. This one is related to the primary production, SMEs with primary food production, right? So the rate is quite, you can say, quite low. We are charging around 3.75%, and then eligibility is per applicant is about 5 million, up to maximum of 5 million. 5 million. Like just now, SRF, the eligibility, I think about 1 million per applicant.
Per applicant.
Yeah. ADF is about 3 million per application. Then all economic sector, AES, about 5 million per applicant. They can apply up to 5 million. Like say just now, ADF, if it's involved automation and digitalization, if the SME involved, I mean, a company or whatever, they are involved mostly with digitalization and automation, they can apply for that. Because we are offering a 4% profit rate now. We are charging about 4% profit rate. Then the repayment can go maximum of 10 years. Yeah. So this one is normally for SMEs doing
SME.
Yeah, digitalization. I think it's quite related to what we have been discussing just now, right?
Right.
So,
and I believe not many people out there
are aware.
Notice or aware about
They are not aware about this. So last time it used to be Industry 4.0. I think you have ever heard of Industry 4.0. It's some kind of grant from the government to certain industries related with the digitalization. So and now we are coming to the interesting part. So it's been discussed from the beginning.
Before that, we have to ask them to like.
Yeah. Please do like and subscribe.
Once we reach it.
Not to mention people from Agrobank as well. All around this is a nationwide Agrobank stuff.
Yeah, they
We
can
also
do.
like, right?
Friends and family. Once we reach around 20,000 likes, we reveal this.
Oh, right. Just wait. Next session. So I've been talking, I think from the beginning, we have been, what do you call, mentioning micro enterprises, right? Micro entrepreneur and all that, all those involved with micro businesses.
Micro business, yes.
So very lucky for all, because in Sarawak, especially in Sarawak, we have this scheme credit micro Sarawak.
Micro schemes credit.
Sarawak micro credit scheme. Yeah, that's a product under the Sayangku Sarawak. Sarawak Sayang. Sarawakku Sayang. Sarawakku Sayang. This one have been announced by the Chief Minister of Sarawak, I think sometime in March. Yeah. So this thing is still going on. We have the fund. I think about 50 million been allocated from the Sarawak government for this package.
To Agrobank.
Yes, to Agrobank.
To Agrobank only.
Yes, only.
So this means that this package actually is special for Agrobank. For Agrobank actually to offer to
Yes. It's some kind of alliance between Agrobank and there is an agency, SEDC, and Sarawak government. So there's some kind of collaboration between them. So we are actually targeting this B40 group. Yeah. There are two packages. One is we call Scheme Credit Micro 1, and then there's another one is Scheme Credit Micro Sarawak 2. Okay, SKMS 1 and SKMS 2. So the difference that for SKMS 1, it's being offered to the individuals. Okay, individuals doing business, small businesses like probably burger stall or just food seller or so, and then it is not very much related to our prime activity, that is agriculture. It covers not only that, it can be a I mean, hair barber, hair barber shop, the girls doing facial, right? Saloon,
BB cream and
uh,
everything.
yeah, even food supplements business, car accessories, all at welcome. Okay, we can go into such sector now. It's open
They
to
can apply lah.
they can apply, actually apply.
So meaning that this is a very small or micro kind of business that can apply to this scheme.
Yes,
Actually,
yeah.
it's very good actually.
Actually, this is the segment that really need.
Actually,
I mean,
yes,
definitely,
yes.
yes, I agree. Yeah.
Because
Yes.
And how about these the response from this?
we are still processing, still going on now. So most of the branches in Sarawak, we are still doing marketing on this product.
Maybe UCTS can help the agro to do the marketing on this
Very much
product.
encouraged.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
Right? I mean, we
very
can
much
help each other.
encouraged.
Definitely, no problem.
Can do that. So this one is this special loan. Like I said just now, we are talking about this KMS one, Scheme Credit Micro one. The loan amount, I mean the financing is up to a maximum of 10,000. 10,000 repayable for 3 years, maximum of 3 years. The best thing is that you're charging 0% profit rate.
Again?
0%.
0%, yeah.
KMS.
0% interest.
0%,
Crazy, right? So,
0% actually.
0%.
Yes, yes, yes. It's very kind of.
Never happened.
Yes.
Never happened. Never happened.
It's not even rare. It's never happened.
Never happened.
Especially by the financial institution.
Yeah, 0%.
So definitely, actually, it's one of the I mean the favor from the government given to the
Sarawak people.
people. Yes, of
Something
course.
that must be grabbed by these people.
They should go about.
Yes.
And then there is SKMS2. The SKMS2, we go into enterprises, partnerships, and some companies like Senior Mahat so are eligible to apply.
I see.
And this one
These
also has
companies-
zero interest.
We can work it out. So the first 1 to 3 years, maybe we are charging 0%. So the repayment starts from the fourth to. The charging is after that. So
After this 3 years lah.
after the 3 years,
4 years lah.
so the most we are charging is about 4%.
4%. Wow.
Still quite low. All right. Yeah.
Keep the secret.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait for these people to ask.
Okay. Right.
They need to ask.
Anything can ask.
Save the best for last.
Okay. So I guess that answers you, right?
Definitely.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
this is what we call. We have the long-term kind of a solution, and we have the short-term kind of a solution.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, now it's because time is always not on our favor. But the problem here actually, because not the same problem. Thank you very much for all the people who shoot the question to us. We have so many questions. Yeah, I don't know whether we can cater all of them. Okay,
Right.
but allow me to read one by one. Okay, of those questions. Okay. And then please free to all our guests actually to answer the questions,
respond,
and then you can respond. Thank you very much. Okay, so for the first question here, we have questions from Eden Jero. Something like that. Okay, hopefully I mentioned it correctly. So how does the current situation affect our graduates' employability, and what are the solutions? This is a very good question. Yeah, definitely this is a question that currently students are asking. So how is actually this affect our employability rate? Right. Okay. Because it's already been so, worse actually even before the pandemic. And then what will happen after the pandemic or during the pandemic? So anyone who maybe We have Dr. Zainal in terms of the academic and also
Again,
yeah,
the
again,
question?
okay, the question is
Employability.
the employability rate. I mean, it says that how the current situation affect our graduates' employability and what are the solutions? Meaning that how can they tackle this kind of problem which is affecting the employability rate in order for them to get a job because it's getting difficult now. So what are the solutions to that?
I think just to respond to this very good question in terms of employability, right? So that's why we are really need to spearhead and also to very seriously focus on the digital technology, right? So of course, in terms of employability, if you want to talk about this employability rate by using this digital technology, we can make it as a career,
Yes.
right? I just want to share one initiative by this MDEX. Right now, they are doing this digital workforce. Right, this is one of the what we call this initiative by MDEC to curb this time of this what we call this issue of unemployed or employability. Right, so again, right. Uh, we need to equip ourselves. We need to prepare ourselves with this digital era. It's not we are not prepared, but now we are have to be more serious, more what we call move forward, right? And with all the skill and also this the skill as I mentioned just now, based on the ecosystem. I always believe in the ecosystem, Mr. Rahmat. Right? This it's not only the digital skill. You need also to know about this. Business plans, financial, and also this marketing as well. So this is when you merge this ecosystem, I believe we more or less can tackle the issue of employability, right? So in fact in UCTS also we do have one subject. We do have one subject in this our especially our business program. We have subject they call the e-commerce subject. So this is the way that we realize the importance of digital, the importance of the e-commerce, right? To prepare our future graduate, our student here, in order for them to be in the workplace. It's not only makan gaji lah.
Job market.
It's not only gaji. That is one of the I can consider is a very unique in terms of our degree program, the e-commerce. Right? In e-commerce, just to share with you and the viewers also, we teach the student in the matter of to do business online, right? And then we one of the our task of the student, of course, they need to produce what we call the sale figures, right? So this is something that for our business program that are very I think are very competitive and very unique, right? So this is one way lah to tackle in terms of employability, right?
Yeah. It used to be different last time.
Yeah.
So I think during the 60s, the jobs are seeking people.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, right. Because there are
Agree.
available jobs.
Yes.
So the jobs are looking for people. And then in 70s, 80s, I think the situation changed. People are looking for jobs. People are looking for jobs. So, but in the millennium, I mean, this late
century, yeah.
I think the situation does not apply anymore.
That's not apply.
So most of the, I think, graduates or fresh graduates, or what they should think of is that they should not look for job. The best thing they do is they should create the job. I think you agree with that?
Yes,
Yeah. That's how it happened now.
I mean, talking back about what Mr. Hari said just now, right? Okay, since now we have someone from the industry, right? Okay, how about Mr. Hari can kindly inform us what's the industry they need from our fresh graduates? Because we know they are fresh. So what do you really need from them actually?
So now we have many, I think, for online jobs application and all the, we have, I think for Sarawak we have jobs, right? Jobs Sarawak, there is jobs, the platform, the students can apply for jobs, and then another one is Job Street,
Jobstreet.com, yes.
and then another one is LinkedIn, things like that. So there are many grounds. I mean, there are many websites you can go and apply for jobs. But what really matters are, like for instance, the bank. banking industry, what we are looking for is this.
Okay, sorry, Mr. Nami.
Yeah.
Okay, for those viewers who are students, okay, yes, now so I'm just going to share actually what the banking sector really needs from the fresh graduates. I think
Yeah.
we have to focus on this one.
I know some of the
Yes.
fresh graduate, they are worried because they don't have the work experience.
True.
They are really afraid the bank would not consider, I mean the employer, they would not consider because they don't have the experience. But to add the experience, so probably they should be, they can put in their resume something like going for training or certifications, extra, I mean some other certification, maybe like e-commerce certification from UCTS, or they have these certifications from, say, FE, what do you call that, from
Certified financial
insurance?
planning.
Yeah, financial planning. They have to go for these short courses
courses.
handled by maybe organizations or what. So that the bank can consider. They should go into things like professional certifications elsewhere. It's not only the universities.
Yeah.
Okay. So since now the chances of getting a job is quite thin, the best they should do is they go about and get some other certifications for maybe another 1 or 2 years time. But if they are very much in need of a job, I don't think the chances getting better salary, I mean better jobs are open right now. It's quite thin lah, the chance.
So it means that the competition is getting tight.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's very
For one vacancy, I think the applicant hundreds. You get hundreds.
So this the thing, yeah. Actually, guys, I think for those students who are actually
But one
watching,
thing during interview, the banks are they are looking for confident people. We said people who have the swag, you know. Yeah, they should have the swag, the confidence. This one important thing.
so it's
for them.
proved the theory actually saying that, you know, okay, when the what we call the, you know, employer try to find the new employee, okay, and then they put the advertisement says that we need someone with 5 years experience.
Yes.
Right. Okay. And then so these new graduates, when they see those requirements, and then they're going to say, I mean, this is not really make sense at all. I mean, why do you need 5 years experience when we actually just graduates? We don't have
Yeah.
experience. In order
Yes,
for you
yes.
to give us experience, you have to take us to work first. Right.
I think the best thing is they
Yes.
should bluff about that.
They should
Yeah.
bluff.
They just bluff.
Yes, you bluff. I do have a 6 years of experience.
Yes, last time I used to do a web marketing.
True.
Yeah. Who's gonna check?
But commenting on what Mr. Garin said just now, and also what Dr. Naila informed just now, actually, for those students on the university, actually currently, pursuing their degree and everything. Okay, like Dr. Zainal informed just now that we have this one subject actually here in the UCTS, we call it e-commerce. Yeah. Okay, and then if we focus on the other program that we have here in the UCTS, especially in the School of Business and Management, which we are from. Let's go business administration. We have 4 programs here. Actually, number one, we have a Bachelor of Business and Administration. Inside this Bachelor of Business Administration, we have courses or subjects such as Management Information Systems. And then we have the e-commerce that I mentioned just now. And also we have these subjects called Final Project 1 and Final Project 2. Okay? So if the students really know how to take advantage of all these kind of subject that being offered inside the SBM, School of Business and Management here in the UCTS, we have to think like this way. Take example of Management Information System subjects. Okay, in this subject, they're going to be teach actually, and they're going to make this student familiar with data management. It means that they're going to be given a real life data, and then these students need to use all the tools given to them, such as Excel, pivot table, or something like that, in order to extract information from this data. Okay, how about, our suggestion is for these students, okay, when they go for the interview, instead of just showing what do they have in terms of certificates, why don't they bring a laptop? right? And then in front of the interview, they open it and then they show actually this is what I have been done during my university time, which is I am able to extract information from a raw data. And then we have this what we call final year project 1 and final year project 2. So in this final year project, actually the students, they need to make use of what we call software to manage your data called SPSS. Right. So if the students really focus on this final year project, this final year project actually can become the stepping stone, actually, can help them in order to find a job, to find an employment, okay, and then they just go to the interview when they're being called, open their laptop and show, this is what I have been done. If I can do this during my final year project, I can help you actually also in order to put or make a survey about the performance of your company.
You have a good point there.
True, right.
Yeah.
Then again, then we have this marketing program where we are teaching the social media marketing and also we teaching e-commerce some more, right? Okay, and then in this what we call subject, we ask the student to build their own website. Right, and again, also they have to use Facebook ads, and then they have to use Google ads, and then after that they have to look the performance of their website through the Google Analytics. So how about if they go to the company during the interview, they open their laptop and then they show this is what I have
No,
been done.
if it's happened that way,
Yes,
I think for me,
yes,
personally, yeah, if I'm the CEO or the
Yes.
interview of the
Yes.
company,
Yes.
so if you're approaching me that way,
yes,
I'm going to offer you
Yes.
an outsource.
definitely, yes,
You're not going to work for the company,
yes.
but we are going to outsource some function of the company
To,
to
yeah.
that
So meaning that
particular
the
person.
student offering a services.
Yes, yes.
That's
That's
mean
why.
that-
That's
Yes.
how the
Yes, and I
things
think
going on now.
that's is another alternative which is better,
Yeah.
right, compared to unemployment. Right?
Uh-huh.
So, and then
We
also
are preparing that
True.
type of student actually.
definitely
Yeah.
yes.
Oh,
Mm.
see,
So
see.
that's what we are doing currently
Mhm.
in the UCTS, and then we have also the program called accountancy, which they are using this MyOp kind of software. You know, why don't they can use this one
MyOp.
MyOp.
Oh, I see.
MyOp, yeah.
So
SQL,
SQL.
yeah, that's right, for the accountancy, you know,
Last
very
time used to be
related.
ECPAC.
Oh yes, now actually they have new one.
Now
Yeah,
I'm
new
a
one.
Very much
SQL.
outdated now.
SQL,
Uh,
IOP and everything. And then,
So we also have this program,
Yes.
Bachelor Technology Management.
true.
Right, so a very unique program as well.
Mhm.
So we also producing this degree and also this technical student in this Bachelor Technology Management. When the student, uh, gets two what we call two certificate degree and also this skills.
It's a hybrid kind of
It's
program.
hybrid,
Oh, yeah.
right?
It's a
So
combination of two.
so this is something that's really need to consider lah. Those people out there, those viewer there that want to pursue their degree with UCTS, particularly with this School of Business Management. Right?
Yes, actually we still have to cover the questions. Yeah, we have some questions actually
All
from
right,
our
right.
viewers.
Go ahead.
Yeah, there's another question from Shirley.
Surely,
Okay, she says exactly, I just quote. Everyone talks about digital technology. That's what the designer mentioned just now. Okay, hope to get for some advices and suggestions to apply digital marketing in our small businesses. We have low budget and limited skills. Currently, low budget is the most one of the most problem. And also, they have these limited skills, meaning that the expertise in terms of digital marketing actually is not really good. So, what a suggestion actually from that we can give to Shirley in order to encounter this problem.
when we talk about mention about what called budget just now,
Yes.
right? So as I mentioned, it's about ecosystem.
True.
It's about you have to know about the business plan. Business plan, of course, in your business plan, you have to know about the budget itself, right?
planning.
How you want to the planning. Whether you want, it's talking about marketing just now is offline and online. Budget for online different. Budget for online different. Which is budget for online is much more cost effective. So before you decided what type of approach, what type of method that you want to use in your marketing, digital marketing, you have to know your budget. You have to know, you have to have a skill of doing budget. You have to have what we call knowledge of what we call develop certain budget, right? And then
Costing,
costing. From that, you can what we call, you can choose a lot of medium or platform that you can market your services of your product, right? Talking about of course, people are talking about social media, but each of the social media have a difference in terms of the cost, right? So this is the thing that that is what I can suggest, that you have to have that kind of skill first, and then you have to have the kind of this what we call a consensus of agreement between you and your boss and management as well. What type of what we call this marketing tool that you want to use, right, to promote your product, because not every marketing tool is a mesh to only a single product, right? So that is something that again I mentioned about just now, is about in terms of your what we call knowledge of skill that you need to prepare, right? So that is that's I think that's a response to this. What we call, we cannot say in this platform, oh, Facebook is the most effective, the most cheapest, the most what we call high penetration, etc., etc. Instagram is the most. No, we cannot. Based on your knowledge, based on your expertise, based on your consensus agreement with the boss, and also this how you want to penetrate based on this your product and services as well. Okay.
Continue. I mean, that's the question also. I mean, consists of the currently she's having a low budget. Right? So I think Secretary can help on that in terms of the low budget.
Yeah, normally
So, yes.
for digitalization, I don't know what she's doing now.
But you have the scheme that.
Yes, we have this automation and digital
Automation and
digitalization.
Talking about the financial.
Digitalization.
Yeah, we have this facility for that.
Yes.
So
Offered by the
depending on
agro bank.
her, depending on her nature of business, and depending on what sort of installations, I mean, for probably for servers or whatever. That's the costing
I
that
think
she
that, I
come
think
out with.
yes, she already have a, what we call a platform, what we call
She started the
courses,
business already.
started the business based on the budget, and then we have this
Scheme
people
as
from
well.
agro.
Yes,
Maybe she can approach
Can
you,
approach
and
us.
then we discuss. We cannot to what we call to detail out by this platform. I think it's impossible.
Yes.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's good
For
right?
budget purpose or financing, we can assist.
Shirley,
Yeah, Shirley.
maybe Shirley
Shirley
can
able to
directly approach to
listen to
this
this,
Mr. Karim,
Yeah.
suggestion.
because
Yeah.
they do have this kind of scheme, digitalization,
Yes.
just now,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Maybe
Automation
there is
and digitalization.
automation and digitalization. I think it's a good platform for Mr. Lee to
Shirley.
Shirley,
Shirley,
yeah.
to
Yeah.
straight away go to the agro bank.
Yeah, can ask. Yeah.
Just next to Tabung Haji.
True.
In Cebu.
In
Yes, in
Cebu.
Cebu.
In Cebu, Don't go to this Muka sana, tak boleh.
Okay, no problem. Any branch. I think any branch can
Any
do.
branch
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Cebu.
yeah.
So if you're usually out from Cebu, you have to come to Cebu.
True.
And then you have to spend,
Yes, true.
sebelum mengetik ke apa. So can put up this Cebu punya people economy. Right? So that's the thing lah. And then don't forget to drop by UCTS.
Yeah.
We can give you flyers, etc.
Only flyers.
Definitely, because Shirley also mentioned something about digital skills. Okay, and then this did. I mean, Dr. Laina mentioned about what we have here, UCTS, the training and everything.
Training actually.
Yeah, and then the financial help from agro bank actually, mentioned by Karim just now. Okay, but just would like to say
Because now it's skill and financial
Yes.
is related,
Related, definitely,
If
definitely.
Shirley want to approach, yes, but Shirley
Yes.
don't have any skill.
True.
Come
Yes,
to us.
yes.
So it's related,
Yeah.
right? So if you have money but you don't have a skill, no point,
Yes.
True.
right?
Because the only problem with business actually is not about the product or services. Because any product that we offer or services, there actually there's a buyer, right? But the problem is actually to find those buyers, right? Okay, that's actually the real problem here. I mean, so as we can say that like the Bank, they have a very good product, right? Okay, that offered by the government and everything, right? So maybe the problem that currently facing by the Bank actually is to find those who are interested, and there are so many people interested outside there. Okay, and then now it's our job to inform them.
Let me cut.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, let me cut. So now, say I'm here now.
Yes.
I like to promote some one of the
Yes.
product. I mean, AgroBank product. So we have this AgroCash.
Okay.
AgroCash is some kind of a personal loan, personal financing from AgroBank. We try to promote this product now. We are using Facebook, we are using WhatsApp, everything, banners, or all sort of
Kind of
all
marketing
sort of
tools, yes.
marketing tools. But then we are not getting a good response
Enough response
from the market.
Yes, yes, yes.
People are not going for personal financing nowadays. So I don't know why, because they are scared of the
Situation.
current situation, or because of the what do you call, profit rate banks are charging. And then we have competition also. We have Bank Rakyat, we have Public Bank, Maybank, all those banks are competing against
Same product.
yeah for the same product.
Yes, yes.
But now we are taking a different approach. So our approach now is that since the moratorium will end next month, and then some banks, they probably are going to charge extra, right?
Of course.
Because they are capitalizing the
They try to cover the losses.
yeah, the past month losses. So what best to do now is that if I should say, or if I should advise for these working people with the government, what you get refinancing from us.
Refinancing. Remember
Yes, refinancing from us.
Again.
Refinancing from
Refinancing.
Agro Bank.
Meaning that you with lower interest.
All your credit cards, all your small petty loans, you get refinancing from Agro Bank. You settle all the rest.
True. With the lower interest.
Libas.
Because we can say that the credit card finance charges is 18% a year.
Yes.
And then I think Agro Bank is offering
Quite low.
personal.
Yeah, for our
personal loan,
personal financing goes as low as 2.4.
2.4% compared to the 18% of credit card.
Yeah, that is per annum on monthly reducing basis.
Yes.
And Islamic financing.
True. Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a very good solutions also.
Yeah.
Maybe can consider.
Can consider. Yeah. That's the problem. I mean the how we market.
True. Meaning that
It's how. It's how the situation is that if you are selling product but you don't have buyers. So now I'm trying to sell product. I don't know how much buyers I get. Right?
Talking about what Mr. Karim mentioned just now, we have this one question. It says that this is from Mr. Kamarul. I want to know what are the pros and cons of moratorium loan offered by the bank.
Moratorium.
Yes, so I think they mentioned is in terms of the individual or to the businesses also.
Okay, let's say moratorium. What actually happens in moratorium? So in March, they introduced auto moratorium. So I mean
The blanket.
blanket. All banks, you can defer your payment for 6 months until October. So what are the pros? Yeah, until October. Until October, yeah.
Meaning October started
6
again.
months. So the first repayment will start 1st October. The first after moratorium, the first repayment will start on 1st October. So what are the pros? What good does it do? Okay, one thing is that the bank is, the banks are actually allowing you to get surplus income during that short term.
Surplus income to
the employee.
To the employee.
To the customers.
Yes, customers.
So the customers, they have this extra income, extra cash to go about their daily businesses or their daily
consumption
needs. So you have this extra surplus income, but they are going to start paying back on 1st of October. That is the issue. But what worries most people is that when they start paying on the 1st of October, are they going to be charged extra?
That's the question.
Yes, actually, are they going to be charged penalties? Late charges. So, just to comfort some of them, I think if you are an Islamic financing customers, do not feel worried because there is not going to be any penalty charges. For Islamic financing, there is no late charges, and the repayment is mostly fixed based on the selling price of the financing. Be confident.
It's a very
That's one thing. But what happened then? I mean, after Mora, how is the bank going to react? What happened to the bank?
Yeah, yes.
What actually happened to
to
the
the
bank?
bank. Yes.
So during
The
this
impact to the
moratorium
bank.
period, actually the banks are making no money, you know.
Zero money.
Yeah, we are at a loss.
Yes, sir.
So
You absorb,
yeah. So thinking about this extended moratorium, if they extend until December, most of the bank will suffer. Definitely will register losses.
True, true.
And then they have this another mora, right?
Yes.
To certain group.
Yes.
There are three
Targeted
groups of
group, yes.
targeted group. There are three groups actually affected. One is loss of income because of termination. Then another one is because of reduced salary. Another group is SMEs affected by the COVID. So the same situation applies. So the bank will restructure or reschedule or restructure the financing.
Financing.
Okay.
Okay, we have one question actually from Miss Nancy. Yeah? Okay, she's giving some kind of suggestions. Okay, or what she thinks regarding our topic today. She said that, but children is not ready to own their own business, right? Should they further study then? Is study business or marketing still good choice for their future now? It's very related to both of our guests today for this question. How about
I think Dr. Zana. Dr. Zaira
she said
answer.
that, but she tried to argue. She said that children is not ready to own their own businesses currently because
Yes.
of the situation. Yeah.
So children are those under 18 years old.
Yeah,
No,
maybe
under
that's what I mean. I think what she means, meaning that those who already maybe 20 years and above. Okay, but something like that. And then she said that should this young generation further their study instead of continuing their study. So is study business or marketing still good a choice for their future? Or maybe they supposed to forget study and goes directly into businesses? Or should they go to the study and wait for the condition to get better and after that they go to business? So that's what actually her question.
Everyone goes to Dr. Zana.
Oh,
Yes.
very high level
High
thinking
level kind of
order.
thing, yeah.
High level thinking order question, right?
Yes, yes.
So talking about pursuing knowledge is knowledge is something that infinity, right? You
Yeah, I
cannot
agree
stop.
with that.
You cannot stop. So pursuing knowledge,
True, true,
learns
true, true.
knowledge, right? So whether it is relevant or not relevant, to stop study, this is not relevant. So because this study for business and marketing or any other study is only it's not only 1 year. It's 2 year, 3 years,
It's a
4 years,
long
right?
term one.
And also it's a process, right? And then of course, right? Certain mindset have to change. Right? When you take a degree, you want a job. Take a degree, you want a job.
Yeah.
Right? Of course, that is the ultimate goal. But along the process, we are preparing what we call the human capital. We are preparing human capital. It's not only you are taking this degree, right? Is for the matter of for the sake of degree and for the sake of getting a job later on. But along the process, as we mentioned just now, we try to as a training provider university, we try and also we are very committed to prepare the student who are really really ready for the market, right? Whether it's now and also in future, right? So for year 1, year 2, year 3, and year 4, right? We are preparing them, right? Because it's a learning process. It's not, of course, but ultimately we are preparing them to get a job, right? Or as you mentioned, to create what we call a job
Create
to
job.
people, right? The learning process is something that's whether it's mentally and also physically, whether it's a soft skill, hard skill, right? So because it need to be blend, right? The hard skill and also soft skill need to be blend in order to produce a very good human capital, right? So I'm not saying that she's not to study, whether it's marketing, also any others what we call field of study also, regardless is during the pandemic time, recession time, right? So pursuing a degree is something that should be what we call a must, whether you are a parent or whether you are a student or future student, etc., etc. So don't stop. Don't stop, Miss Nancy. Don't stop sending. If you are as a mother, don't stop sending your kid to pursue a degree or study, right? Of course, even though it's a 3-year program, 4-year program, it's a very what we call holistic, right? Talking about to preparing the student, the graduate to become a really good human capital, right? So that is actually the thing that I want to share to this question actually.
Yeah, I mean,
Right?
yes. I mean, I think yes. Based on what Zainal said just now, I think in terms of industry or something like that,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
still prefer someone with education, with qualification, of course, for you
Yeah.
take them to work with
No,
you.
learning is a
Yes.
non-stop process.
True.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even if you are a working person now, or if you are doing business, don't stop learning.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's going to be the last question, yeah, from our viewers. Okay, but there are some of them actually give me some comment, yeah, which they agree with what Karen mentioned just now, that they agree that LinkedIn actually is a very good kind of a platform
Platform,
in
yeah.
order to find a job, because this one viewers, Didet Muhammad, actually she got her job, okay, through this LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
LinkedIn.
So
Yeah.
she's
Good.
agree on that one.
Congratulations, sir.
Yes.
Congratulations,
Yes,
congratulations.
we agree on that. And then we have this maybe final question for today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Of
Go
course,
ahead.
because we have so many requests, yeah, from our viewers. We're going to have second session, I think, after this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second session,
Second session. Yeah.
Yes.
paid question.
Third question. Yeah. This one
Paid,
is
paid session.
third
Right.
session. Right? Okay. This question from Mr. Raymond Dawa. He said, yes, just in case the same scenario, which is the global pandemic, happen again in the future, what is the best suggestion can be applied by both consumer and businesses in order to adapt and to minimize panic? It means that do we going to be ready for the next one if it's coming again? Okay, so, like I mentioned just now. Okay, we have
What they should prepare
yes. What
for?
should they prepare? Actually, I mean,
What should they prepare
yeah,
for?
in terms of finance and then businesses, actually, in order for them to prepare, or maybe also Mr. Raymond would like to ask for a suggestion that if this actually condition is going to be for a long term, yeah, okay, what will happen? Is it, what should we do? Or how do we prepare for those kind of situations? I mean,
So referring to consumers and businesses,
hmm. Yeah.
I don't quite, I cannot really justify now when is the end of this pandemic. But in businesses, they should be prepared with their own action plans or mitigations. You know?
What mentioned by Dr. Zainal as well. I mean, the
Yeah,
planning.
they should be ready with to mitigate all sort of risks in business. So operational wise, the suppliers, the market condition, market risks or whatever, they should be well prepared. So they have to list down all the possible risk sectors and then how to mitigate, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's how business do. That's how they should prepare. And I don't know, hiding in a bunker is not a good idea, no? Right? You go hide somewhere, it won't help. But for businesses to be ready for any sort of pandemic or crisis in future, they should analyze the risk now. You should analyze the risk now and get ways to or measures to mitigate the future risk.
They have to
Correct.
face the fact.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
That's all.
now what, Dr. Rena, for your opinion on this question?
So responding to this, Mr. Raymond just now, right? So the question is very subjective actually, right? So
Too subjective.
Yes.
Yeah.
too subjective. So because we are in the training provider, we maybe we can respond with regard to this preparing the graduates for the if they follow, because this pandemic is something that beyond our control, right? So there is what we call the circle. There's, in the circle, a lot of party that involved. And then our government, for example, right? This it is about two. It's about livelihood and also livelihood, right? So this is the two what we call interchangeable. Actually, we are always focus when we talk about this pandemic. We always focus about life and also we always focus about this what we call the economic activity, right? So for this for university lah, for university, I should mention that um, we are preparing, as I mentioned, we are preparing this student for this to become good in terms of human capital, in terms of human capital. Preparing in terms of what? In terms of offering a very strong what we call program, a very competitive program, and with a add value. Add value just now we are talking about e-commerce, right? We're talking about certificate. We're talking about SQL just now. All the certificate that we believe, right? When they go out, it's not only they are, as you mentioned, job seeker. They also become a job creator. So that is the point of view that I believe that all the training provider university, right, is looking forward, right, looking forward, and they are what we call doing these things continuously, always what we call review their program, their syllabus, right, rapidly and continuously for the ultimate goal to prepare the student, right, to become a good student, a marketable student, which also involve our employability in whatever situation that we are going to face, right? But of course, pandemic is something that beyond our control, beyond our control, right? That is, but we need to ready. We must ready, and then with this what we call this collaboration, commitment, and cooperation with all the circle just now, right? Government, NGO, right? This the what we call this bank as well is all about the work. And then with that, we are very strong foundation. We are able to face this what we call this situation together, and also if they prolong also, we already have we are ready, right? So because this pandemic is a different, it's not a recession, it's not because of this financial turmoil, it's not because of this what we call previously all crisis, right? They're different. This one is something they call it natural disaster. Okay, all right.
Yes, okay. Thank you very much to both of the guests. Actually, I think our session today is a successful one. Right? Okay. I mean, we definitely we received so many kind of very good suggestion from the panel. Okay. Alhamdulillah for that. And then definitely from the suggestion that we received, okay, from our Facebook and everything, they would like us to have our second session.
Wow.
Oh yes. And then as mentioned, suggested by Dr. Zamran just now, is going to be the paid one. Yeah, of course.
Bought by my marketing,
On the marketing. Yeah, but of course,
marketing budget.
yeah, definitely. But no problem at all because we are the education or training providers. Yeah, definitely. We would like to give something useful to the community. Actually.
So we really hope that whatever we
Definitely.
share,
Yes.
so can benefit all,
True,
right?
yes.
Whether it's hiccup here and there, we are very we want to apologize.
No problem.
So, yeah, I mean, anyone would the guest maybe would like to give any last comment on our
Yes.
issue of today?
Please call us for financing purpose.
Yes.
Please call AgroBank actually for the financing purposes.
Get our website.
Yes.
Get to our website www.agrobank.com.my. Thank you. That's it.
Yeah, how about you?
For UCTS, on behalf of UCTS, I'll always welcome all these viewers, right? And then one very small what we call assistance from the viewers. We would like to ask for your help to try to spread, right? This UCTS, right? Wherever you are, right? Whether you are in the coffee shop, whether you are in overseas, right? Whether you are in the rumah panjang, the bank, bus stop, try to maybe you can communicate among yourself. that UCTS is in Sarawak and particularly in Cebu, right? So we really hope that people out there, viewers, right, you can share with this your whatever your what we call your comment, so whatever your opinions to us, and of course, right, uh, please come to UCTS. Right, we are always open to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very
Right.
much. Okay, and I would like to continue on that. That currently UCTS, University College of Technology Sarawak, we are open for September registration. Yeah, so we open and then you can ask questions. You can come to the UCTS. Actually, our officers is going to be ready to entertain you every day from 8 to 5. Okay, Monday to Friday, and on Saturday also we are open from 9 to 5. Yeah, like yeah. So meaning that here we are very committed. Definitely, yeah. Most of the time we receive so many customers on the Saturday. That's why we have to open on Saturday, because
I
we
see.
understand they don't really have time, okay, during the normal day. Okay, so we open on Saturday so people can come and definitely get a consultation regarding our programs here in the UCTS. Okay, so again, we would like to say thank you very
Welcome.
much.
Welcome.
Yes, thank you very much to the UCTS, and thank you very much also to the marketing department for giving us this golden chance and opportunity to share everything that we know regarding the economic situation currently and the solution of them. And definitely, like what the panel said just now, hopefully all this is going to give a very good benefits to everyone, not only in Cebu, not only in Malaysia, but all over the world.
All
Okay,
right.
that's all from us for today, and thank you very much.
Subscribe.
Oh yeah, definitely again, yeah, like what we mentioned just now, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yeah, subscribe is free. There's no charge for that. But our next session, yes. That's all for today. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Nasi ulam Cebu beroperasi daripada hari Isnin sehingga hari Sabtu pada pukul 9 sehingga pukul 5 petang. Jadi apa yang special gila pasal kami orang tu adalah kami orang punya aneka lauk. Pada satu hari kita menyediakan sebanyak lebih 40 jenis lauk pauk setiap hari. Dan juga yang paling special yang mana agak sukar untuk didapatkan di Cebu iaitu ayam pecik kami. Boleh cuba dan cuba rasa. Kalau sedap datang lagi. Jadi nasi ulam Cebu tu ada juga membuat catering, kerajaan negeri, kerajaan federal iaitu perolehan kita terima, dan juga swasta. So siapa-siapa yang mau perkhidmatan catering kami bolehlah datang ke nasi ulam ataupun berhubung dengan marketing kami. Okay. Dan juga kami juga ada private room di atas. So dalam kapasitinya dalam 50 orang. So exclusively ada aircon, bolehlah datang untuk sambut birthday party ke, sambut farewell ke, semua boleh. So datanglah ke nasi ulam Cebu. Okey, bagi tuan di luar, jangan lupa pakai mask, jaga jarak sosial, dan hashtag kita jaga kita.